Sometimes I have nightmares of my mother's dead body being wrapped up in plastic. 5'9". Wrinkles around her eyes, Filipino gray roots with brunette dye. I have nightmares about my mother's dead body being wrapped up in latex and powder sanitized. Morgue tunnels and fluorescent lights refracting the reflections of dead things like living wills, leftover assets, and something about grandchildren and mother-son dances I don't remember anymore because I have nightmares of my mother's dead body being wrapped up in plastic, not breathing, code bluing and grasping, light green, baby blue, navy blue. Mama can't stay up with you cause Nanay died in her favorite scrubs and knew that the odds of catching COVID is still 92 per her. How are you? How you don't hear about how we're still dying out there until the person dying out there is a blood relative to you. I have nightmares about my mother trying to broken English through culture barriers at an anti-vaxxing zoo. Is it illegal for me to nurse you if you think that I'm illegal too? What is the exchange rate on sweat equity when you're dying from trying to find some peace and quiet inside of a mental health disparity? Why are my patients so mean to me? And what did I do? I have nightmares where my mother's patients are QAnon anti-vaxxing Trump-loving racists who say the wild ass shit like, I don't want to be treated by her because I think her her fucking people made this. She can't speak truth to violence, but is required to resuscitate it. Filipino Americans make up 32% of the COVID deaths in American nurses, and I'm having too many nightmares of other Filipino parents dying quietly inside the silence of where the hurt is. Their dead bodies wrapped up in body bags, refrigerated and hated. Don't forget to thank a frontline worker while finding the dead Filipino's replacement. I have nightmares of my mother fighting for her life, running out of the serenity to accept the things that are too systemic to change, eventually working herself to death, eyes closed forever slumber where she can finally rest, that eternal rest, and not suffer the stress of a pandemic anymore. Or, as my mother would call it, work, son. I have to work. And I know you don't understand it now. But you know what, TJ? When you have kids, you will.